All right, we are rolling.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm a little sleepy, but that's it.
Well, I don't know why. We're only recording this at midnight.
Yes, I know.
Why would you be sleepy?
Because I'll tell you, well, I know, exactly. Well, I tell you why we're recording it late is because we did kind of a scary movie this time. That's why.
It was a little bit. It was
it's
a little intense.
I think it was supposed to be like, horror-ish in the horror genre.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't think it was horror. I thought it was kind of action, scary.
I don't think it really was horror, but it was definitely, it had some scary moments.
Some intenseness.
Mm-hmm.
But intense isn't a genre of movie.
Yeah, right. Intense.
And in the category of intense is...
The Oscar goes to...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this, we're going to be talking about a 2017 movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. Unfortunately, this is probably one of the few that we will do that stars Tom. It's one of the few ones.
You struggled to get that out.
Well,
yeah.
You know why? I'm kind of scared of Tom. I'll just be real honest.
You don't want to say it.
I'm
who will not be named.
Oh man, I know.
No, I almost said we're. I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. You might know from listening to previous episodes that I'm a big fan of the Mission Impossible movies.
What? No, what? Tell me more about this.
I watch them over and over and over. I don't know why. They're my comfort movies. I don't understand, but I like Tom. I think he's a good actor. I like him in action movies. I didn't mind him in this movie.
Right. Sure.
Thought he did fine.
Yeah, he's a talented guy. We just don't want him to come after us.
Right.
That's all. So I was kind of like, here's you, Tom. Don't be angry with us. I don't know.
Don't be mad, Tom. It's not about you.
As somebody like,
although maybe it is. I don't know.
He will never hear this.
Yeah.
And
what?
He does not know. Like, I'm not going to get a text. Hey, listen, guys. I would be like, goo.
Tomorrow wakes up to a text. No, but Tom's great.
Yeah.
We appreciate Tom. We appreciate all the movies he puts out.
Yeah.
He's
a mainstay.
He's got an eye for what works, and I think he had a good idea with this movie.
Yeah.
But there was a few things that went wrong that really derailed this.
Right. So this is episode 5, The Mummy.
The Mummy.
2017.
Reboot. Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
yeah,
quote.
Kind of a reboot?
We're going to put that in quotes.
Yeah, I'm
quote
going to put
unquote.
asterisks in it.
The reboot.
The reboot.
I think people were expecting the reboot, which is kind of where it went wrong. So, all right. How about you give us a summary?
I will summarize this sucker. The Mummy centers around Nick Morton. He's this kind of carefree, reckless thief army guy.
He's a soldier.
He's just like, and he's real loosey-goosey,
but he's a
right?
soldier that doesn't follow orders.
I'm a carefree. Hey, what
Yeah, I do what I want.
Yeah, hey, whatever. But he's definitely a thief. I mean,
he is
100%. Which is kind of silly. I will just go ahead and say now, at the very end, he's got to steal this knife from, and she's like, thief. I feel like the dumbest line in the whole thing. Like she's super
shocked.
She's super powerfully
she's so
strong,
surprised by
and he just like my quick nimble fingers
pickpockets her. Yeah,
her hand.
From
her hand. She looks down like, what? How? And all of us at home are going, yeah. How?
Yeah, you guys, it wasn't like in a pouch or in her belt or in a holster.
No, it was in her hand.
The knife was in her hand, and he somehow takes it from her without her noticing. And
she was very shocked.
And then she was shocked, and she was like,
thief. Anyway, that's
all right.
Yeah, that's anyway. So he's a thief. As spoiler, this is all spoilers. Here we go. Well, he kind of inadvertently uncovers this ancient tomb, right in the desert.
Yeah.
Because he was there to steal stuff, and then called in an airstrike, blows a whole big huge hole.
Right where
happens to blow it up.
Right where those two.
Well, that was lucky for the plot that happened. Inside, he finds, I'm going to mess her name up a bunch. So after this, I'm going to just call her the Mummy. Amanette?
They kind of said it
They were like,
Omnet?
they were like-
Omnet,
they were
I
like,
think.
Omnet.
Like it was like
And if I'll just say it
syllables.
fast.
Yeah,
Right.
Omnet.
Omnet. So it's this mummy girl.
She's an Egyptian princess.
Yes.
Which, by the way, they didn't find her in Egypt.
No.
Which kind of clued them in that this was weird.
This was weird. Yeah. So she's this Egyptian princess that was cursed and buried alive for attempting to steal the throne through basically dark magic. Right?
Yeah.
Then when this mummy girl, she's accidentally resurrected, sort of, because he shot the pole, the rope that was holding her in. It was weird. Anyway, it unleashes this supernatural chaos as she hunts down, trying to find Nick, because she's like, you're the chosen one.
Yeah.
She
She chose him immediately.
Yeah, and who wouldn't?
Right out of the grave.
Right.
Exactly.
He's a cutie pie. So she says, you're the one that I want. Ooh, 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 honey.
Ooh, ooh.
That's it. So he's like, whoa, I'm out of here. And he's drawn into her kind of deadly plan as she's like pulling him. It's kind of revealed throughout the movie that there's actually this hidden world of monsters and secret organizations, which took a left turn at Weirdsville.
It definitely, it was a fork in the road.
Yeah. And it kind of forced him to confront all this, his destiny and his tie to ancient gods and the fate of humanity. And there you go. And at the end, he gets out of it and kills the mummy girl. And, then he becomes kind of a monster himself.
He does. He has to basically sacrifice himself to this dark magic.
Now, from what I understand, this was supposed to be the start of many dark universe movies to come.
Yes.
I think, if I understood it correct, and I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and I will admit my wrongness.
I think it was just watching the movie. It was set up that way.
I believe that I recall that was the case. Oh, speaking of admitting my wrongness, I made a statement like a couple weeks back about somebody that lived in Oklahoma. And remember his name?
James Marsden.
James Marsden. And I said, oh, no, he's from Texas. But he went to school at OSU. Well, that was wrong. He actually, he was born in Stillwater. And he did go to school there. I did know that. I'll tell you the reason why, though.
Why?
I saw a show, and it was a cooking show. It was a cooking show.
Oh, yeah. Where they go back
to look at their family recipes.
They take celebrities and they take family recipes.
And they cook them.
And they find out the history of those recipes.
He was in Texas. And I went,
okay.
He's a Texas boy like me. Okay, cool.
I gotcha.
And that's why I thought that. But it was in fact wrong. His mom lives in Texas now.
Gotcha.
And he goes there often and whatever. But I was positive. I was like, oh, because I thought he was from Oklahoma. Then, and I saw that thing and went, oh, I must have been wrong. He's from Texas. Nope, I was right. I was originally right, but I messed it up. So anyway, James, I fixed it. And everybody,
correction made. James Marsden is from Oklahoma, y'all.
Yeah. So again, if I mess up, I'll totally own it. I'm not totally perfect. It's not gonna happen. All right. So what do we like about The Mummy? Visually, it was pretty amazing, and of course the actors are fantastic. I didn't doubt any of their moments at all. Yeah. It wasn't really.
It had some great talent in it for sure.
You
said visually amazing. It was dark. Like a lot of the scenes are just hard to see.
Oh,
because it's happening in darkness.
Yeah, but I thought that one was kind of the point. Again, because they're doing these jump scare moments, and
absolutely,
that's how you do them.
It needed to be dark, but I'm just telling you, For
Yeah.
my old eyes, I was like, I was like,
Can't see it.
what's happening here?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
need the captions on.
yeah, no, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
literally had to have the captions. Couldn't see the. I mean,
Yeah.
so
So,
that's,
well,
that's where I'm at, y'all.
I thought it was cool. I thought they did some really cool stuff with the visuals and stuff.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Anything you want to add or
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay,
please?
just going to throw it out there. I actually don't mind the idea of, and we'll probably talk about this a little bit more, but I don't mind the idea of kind of delving into this world of mythology, right? These dark kind of mythological creatures or storybook monsters that we've heard about. I don't mind that idea. That wasn't really my problem.
Yep.
I mean, it was definitely the problem, but I just wish that this hadn't been a mummy movie.
Yeah, and it was kind of jarring that it was. It just kind of threw everything off.
And I think we'll get into that here in a few minutes.
Yeah. So, hot take misstep. I think we have the same one.
Yeah.
We basically have the same one. We're rebooting kind of a franchise that's already existed, which happens all the time. Thank you, Sony and Spider-Man. But it's rebooting it while the other films are still being actively made, which was weird to me. I just felt also that there were I did hear about all the rewrites of this script, and sometimes just too many chefs, man.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks there, and it's just like, oh gosh, this is just kind of weird. Well, and I feel like that's kind of what happened. I feel like somebody, I don't know, maybe with a lot of power and influence, maybe that was in charge of
maybe that we're a little bit scared of.
Maybe that we're a little I don't know, whatever. He came in and they were like, I want to do this and this and this, and they were like, okay, here we go. And you do what the people in charge say. So I think the tragic flaw of this film was expectation.
Absolutely. I think 100 million trillion % people were going into this movie expecting it to be The Mummy.
The Mummy.
A reboot
movie.
of The Mummy, or part of that Mummy franchise.
Or a take on it, or whatever.
Or something. Not the start of
the
a
dark
totally
universe. Right.
different concept of these mythological creatures existing. I mean, they hinted at vampires. There's, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is in this.
The skull on the side, it's clearly a Frankenstein. Thing.
So, they're hinting at all of these different things that it's almost like, remember that series that was on, that we used to love this show called The Librarian?
Yeah.
It kind of hinted that it was like, we're going to get into these things, these mythological stories.
And they used The Mummy to be the Kickstarter. And
Why did they start with
a known franchise?
With a known story that had nothing to do with the dark universe
right.
or these mythological creatures.
And that was the thing. That was that's the
people
killer.
Went into it thinking, I'm going to see a Mummy franchise movie, and I'm seeing something that's
totally
so
different.
When you throw these mythology creature monsters in there, people are like, what is this?
Yeah.
Where are we going with this? And I think that was its fatal flaw and the biggest
expectation was a problem.
The biggest
Agreed.
problem of this film.
So let's jump into Act 1 and try to fix some of this stuff.
Okay.
The protagonist doesn't have a clear motive. Nick Morton is introduced as this charming rogue, a ne'er-do-well. When does he do well? Ne'er. That's right. But he has no defining like want or flaw or belief system at all.
No, we don't know. We never learn anything about this guy.
He's just selfless, reckless, and opportunistic, and that's it. He's a thief, we've learned. Thief!
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. But it never goes any further, and it doesn't really use it as anything to push the storyline. He's just kind of this thin idea of what a lead character is supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
So for fix, give Nick... okay, so here's my thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Give him a clear internal philosophy like nothing lasts. Take what you need to get now while you can, while the taking's good.
Right.
You know? And because he's not tied to people, he's not tied to anything, he's not loyal to anything. He has no legacy that he's built at all. He's just this belief that, you know, anything is justified because selfishness and detachment, it works.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, we have to establish this foundation of why he does the things that he does.
Right.
And it can't, again, we've talked about this in past episodes.
Selfishness does not.
Just being a selfish person
doesn't work.
Just doesn't work. It doesn't, the character can't grow from there,
right.
really. It just doesn't work. So you have to give him a belief system that we understand and can relate to.
Right. If he's like, you know, I learned this, that nothing lasts.
Yeah.
It's not going to work, blah, blah, blah. So that's why he's being selfish.
And that's his, that's
right.
his take, his take on everything.
Right. So now the curse doesn't just happen to him. It directly challenges this worldview.
Right.
Because it's tying him to something permanently, like ancient, immortal, and inescapable. It is going to last because this thing is immortal. And it's like,
yeah.
Right. So now he's at odds right from the get. Right.
With what he believes.
Right.
Exactly.
Next, there's this plane crash that happens. And I thought that was really kind of cool.
Yeah, visually. It
was
cool.
But it didn't really have any real consequences.
It didn't, did it? No. Other than that the mummy got to where she needed to be.
That's right. Zero gravity plane crash is cool. And of course, Tom wants that. And so that's going to happen. But it didn't have really any impact at all. It crashed.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at this. I'm like, they're going to take out a whole town. Number one. And then there was like a couple soldiers that died.
There were some soldiers that got sucked out. The pilots obviously didn't make it, but Tom makes it.
Yeah.
The girl makes it.
And it's going to
his friend who had already
died.
He's and was cursed made it.
Yeah.
Because we see him throughout the whole movie.
Right. It's a cool trailer moment, but that's really kind of it.
Yeah. It didn't really have any kind of impact on the story.
So I thought for a fix, it would be kind of cool if the crash was an activation ritual. Like, while he's going down, instead of just like blanking out, you hear this right from the sarcophagus. I had to get the right word because that girl was like really serious about saying the right words.
Can't call it a coffin.
Yeah, don't call it a coffin. But then like Nick dies kind of briefly. And not metaphorically, but like literally he dies. And then he's got this vision of the mummy's past and then the future plans that she has for him. And then when the resurrection happens, it's not like this, I'm in this thing. It's really just the first step to her long game. Right?
Yeah. He comes back understanding what's happened.
What's happened. And the spectacle becomes kind of like this cool glue. And then he realizes throughout this whole thing that because he's immortal, that he can start taking on almost like the role of a hero because he can't die.
Right. So suddenly he exactly. So in the way it is now, he's getting these flashes and he doesn't understand them, and he doesn't understand what he's seeing. He doesn't understand what's going on. So he's not actually making any choices that make him grow. All he's trying to do is run away, or, he's drawn to her by some weird force that he doesn't understand.
Right.
If the plane crash is actually his sort of entrance into this world with her.
And his power. Right.
And his powers.
And the curse. Well, the
curse, exactly. That because he's not a monster yet. He's just cursed. Like, he's just chosen by her. And because of that, he can't die.
Right.
And so him understanding that allows him to make different choices in the film.
Yeah.
It allows him to do things, that are heroic.
Right. Right. And not like I'm staying the same person throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Next, I wanted more of Aminette's origins a little bit more. I thought they did a pretty good job setting it up.
Yeah.
But I wanted more. Okay. Basically, she's delivered at this really quick pace, and it's like she's evil, and she She kills her father. She kills her
Baby brother.
Right, because she wants to be in charge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more like a concept. She becomes more of a concept than a character to me.
Yeah.
I think for a fix for this, show the connection at the beginning with her father more. Show her like it wasn't a power grab. It was.
It wasn't revenge.
Right. And
they set it up like she just was mad.
Yeah. If she was groomed to rule and she believed it for like most of her life, then when this kid was born, it was like she's thrown completely. Again, if you believe something your whole life,
yeah,
and you're getting ready for it, and then all of a sudden it's like
it
yoink,
doesn't happen. Your purpose is gone all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's erased, and then her curse becomes less about revenge, because more about reclaiming stolen destiny.
Yeah,
right. She's not misunderstood. She's like dangerously justified.
Right.
And that
she's fighting
is
for
a
her
cool character.
Yeah, she's fighting for her to get her purpose back.
Right. And they even try, I mean, in like kind of in the moment of weakness, she accepts the terms, kind of like Faust, right? Accept the devil's deal. And then she's locked into it and it takes her over. And the like actually maybe good, interesting person that she was is gone.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
But that's.
Yeah, I think they
now.
could have set it up, given us even more of her story.
Yeah. Act 2. The Dark Universe setup just hijacks the whole movie.
Doesn't it, though?
Golly.
We're going one direction,
and then
which is the Mummy.
Yeah.
And I'm in, right?
And
I'm like, okay, this is kind of an
like,
interesting
smack.
take on the Mummy. And then all of a sudden, we're in a different universe altogether.
Right.
We're in a secret organization,
right,
that is throwing stuff at us that we're like, what's happening now?
Yeah, we're introduced to this Dr. Henry, and he immediately Russell Crowe's an amazing actor.
Amazing.
He's fantastic.
Yes, incredible.
But the movie's like, okay, here's this doctor. Oh, actually, it's Dr. Jekyll. And we're all like, Burr.
I mean,
what?
It just...
Why'd you do that? In the middle of the movie.
Again.
Just threw it out there. There's no reveal.
Yeah. And I just want to say again, I don't mind this concept, okay? I don't mind the concept
of the monsters and the thing. That's kind of cool.
But you can't tell your audience that this is a mummy movie. I think that this movie would have been way more accepted, way more widely accepted.
Right.
If you hadn't told us that this was going to be part of the Mummy franchise.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the Dark Universe.
You can even do the Egyptian princess. You can do basically the same story.
I wouldn't have.
Don't call it the Mummy.
I would have made it a wizard or something. I made it something magic.
What I'm saying though is you can basically keep this ancient creature, this ancient person who lost their purpose, who's trying to get it back. But to make it part of the Mummy franchise and make everybody think that's what it's going to be.
I mean, I think that was their intent, but like if they did, mistake. Total mistake. So yeah, Dr. Jekyll, he's the monster of this and he's the leader of this organization, and they basically just dump all this lore and sequel bait, right into the middle of this film, and it was distracting and it was premature. For the fix, one, like I said, I would not do it the Mummy thing, right? Do something different, but make the organization itself kind of invisible but influential. Yeah, and revealed at the end. Okay. At the end, you reveal that he's Dr. Jekyll. Not at the very beginning.
Or the middle
of this thing. And, get out of here. Got to take a shot. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, so instead of this exposition kind of dump and all that junk, we see the artifacts. We see the reports kind of being erased. We see witnesses silenced. Jekyll then is revealed later in the movie. But somebody who's been manipulating events for a long time, right? Yeah. And he's testing Nick's curse. I mean, just seeing, because he's a doctor and he wants to see what this is all about.
Right.
But then, because then the universe then grows organically instead of being announced. Like, here's who we are.
Right.
You know?
Right. Exactly. And
Yeah.
and like it just threw everything
Right.
into a place that we were not expecting.
Right. And I just think it should have been part of it from the very beginning. Secret Organization should have been front and center the entire time and really made it kind of about that.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, the
make
movie
it think
needed to
like
be
it's a mummy thing.
Yeah, the movie needed to be about the secret organization, but we don't know what it is
Right,
until the end.
Right.
Exactly. That would have been such a good fix.
Yeah. Next, the rules of the curse that, Nick was in was just weird. Sometimes he's controlled by the mummy. Sometimes he resists. Sometimes he's powerful. Sometimes he's weak. And it never really clearly defines the mechanics, which kind of kills the tension.
Yeah.
For a fix, establishing some rules of it, like every time Nick resists, she gains strength. Every time he gives in, he loses a bit of himself. Maybe. Something like that would work for me.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, I agree with you. I think that, he has to have... Well, first of all, we as the audience need to know and understand what in the world is going on with the... what she's done with him. He
Right.
doesn't
Like
understand it.
What has actually happened? And that would have happened in the crash.
In the crash,
would have
if
been
he
clear.
had gone through that and he understood, we would have gained that understanding with him. But we have no idea what's going on.
Right.
Right along with him who has no idea what's going on. And then I don't know. It's like you said, sometimes he's strong. Sometimes
Yeah. So if
he
you-
survived the plane crash, but then he gets injured in other circumstances really easily. So it felt like, wait, what is he capable of and what is he not?
Exactly. And if he does that, the fix, he's got a choice and it has a visible cost. The audience understands what's at stake in every moment of that.
Yeah.
And that would have helped. Next, this is kind of a big one, I think. Jenny, the girl.
Okay, let's talk about Jenny.
Let's go for it. She just exists basically as kind of the expositional, girlfriend motivation. She rarely drives plot. She just doesn't make meaningful decisions, and it's a missed opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. A 1,000,000%.
You take the fix. Why don't you tell me? What do you think? Because I know you have strong feelings
Well,
on this.
I mean, I'm all about romance. I mean, I love a good romance, and especially in an action movie, and I think it can be a really good motivation. I don't have a problem with romance being the motivation, but you have to establish the connection between the two people.
And make it strong. That's right.
They have to have chemistry, connection. There has to be either don't have the romance.
Right.
Or build the relationship.
Throughout. Don't just try to, at the end, hold hands and walk into the sunset.
In this film, there's this girl, and the first time we see her, they're like, well, yeah, we slept together, a couple nights ago.
But she's furious with him.
And she's mad at him because he stole something from her so that he could find this artifact. And then throughout the whole movie, they never really built the relationship.
They're not connected.
I mean, they go through experiences together. Obviously, they're like fighting this thing together, but they're never.
Right.
They're more like colleagues, and then all of a sudden, at the end,
right when he has to make a decision,
she becomes his motivation. He's like,
exactly.
I will literally sacrifice myself so that you can live because
I love you.
I love you, and it fell really flat. It didn't track, and it didn't make sense because they just never established this relationship.
Yeah, so you're right. You're dead on. The fixes make Jenny the moral anchor. And I think even the strategist, she is the one who's deciphering. Give her some connection of this is what we can do. This is how we can fight her.
Right.
And she understands the mummy's psychology. And
I think she actually needs to know the solution.
Yeah.
And I think she needs to be the one that tells us, hey, Nick, this is the solution. You're going to have to stab yourself with this dagger of whatever. Yeah. And you're going to, this dagger of set, and you're going to have to do it. I mean, that's the only way that and he's fighting it. He's resisting it because he doesn't want to do that.
If you don't want it to grow the romance because you think it's too sappy, then she doesn't save Nick by loving him. She can save him by outthinking the curse,
Yeah.
If it is the fall in love, then let them grow together
Yeah.
and have real reasons to fall in love. Because the only time he did something selfless for her was he put a parachute on her, and she's like, "You saved me," and he's like, "I thought there was another parachute."
Yeah. He even
He
admits.
diffused the whole thing. If some woman is
I'm
like,
just
"Hey,
saying.
you were incredible," and the guy goes, "Oh, I did that accidentally," you are a moron.
Yeah. They
Total mess up. That was
again. They didn't. There was no connection really between these two. She works for this organization, but we don't know why. What's her skill set?
what's her skill set? Why
what does she know that
is Dr. Hyde her father? Is right? So many things could have been the connection of that.
Show what she is. And I agree with you. I don't mind having love be his motivation for sacrificing himself.
If the love was real.
If the
all the way
love
through.
was established, but it just didn't feel like
Never
it was.
Never happened. All right, Act 3. We are cruising along. Nick's final choice feels super quick and abrupt at the very end.
Almost like let's try this.
Yeah. I don't know what to do. I'm going to go ahead and make this happen. So he stabs himself with this dagger to take on, this ancient evil.
This ancient evil that controls life and death.
That he's supposed to turn into, but rather what happens is he kind of controls it. And he's able to just have it in him. And right?
Right.
That's kind of like we're all kind of like,
because of
confused.
his love for Jenny, he's figures out a way to resist the mummy.
That's right.
The mummy's pull on him. And
the evil that's now
inside him. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it's more of a plot device than a character culmination, right? For a fix, if you've set up the connection with Jenny to be the person he loves, and she has died in the very end of this, she drowns, and it's like, I have to do this to save her, but I haven't lost my humanity, then fine, because he now believes in humanity. He has something. Remember we talked about at the beginning, he doesn't believe anything lasts. Well, now he realizes immortality isn't freedom, it's a responsibility.
Yeah.
He's choosing the curse. He abandons his belief that nothing lasts. He accepts eternal accountability, and the character arc now is complete. And you're done.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, you have to give him a good reason for doing for making the sacrifice that he's making.
Right.
And it has to be the finished product of his growth.
Right. The mummy's defeat is super generic. He just basically kisses her.
He sucks the life out of her.
Sucks the life out of her. I mean, what is he? The Yellow Lantern? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
It was a little bit anticlimactic. I mean, she was powerful.
Yeah.
Guys.
But she was overpowered and destroyed in a super
Well, and I mean, he was apparently. So it was confusing because this whole time she chose him to give him a power that was greater than her own.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she give it to herself?
It just undermines her intelligence and centuries-long planning. That's all I'm saying.
Like exactly. This was her plan for centuries.
She's like, I know what I'm going to do.
And then...
Oh, no. He's going to kill me when I give him this power. And he's going to kill me. Womp, womp.
He's just going to suck the life out of me, and we're done.
We're done. So for a fix, I think she's not defeated in kind of the conventional way. I got an idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to pitch it to you.
Okay.
She's kind of outplanned. She's outplayed.
Okay.
Nick traps her in this kind of resurrection conundrum. Okay?
Yeah.
He has this, power for life and death. They said it the whole time. And whenever he accepts this and he kind of stabs himself with this special dagger, she has all these followers, right?
Yes.
Which are the Templar Knights.
Yeah, she
good old Templar Knights.
She can call things back
followers.
from the dead and have them as her followers, her little minions.
If you think back to the beginning, her whole thing was like, I want to be Pharaoh because I want to be a god among a living god. Right? And part of that whole thing was like the admiration of all her people.
Yes.
And her followers.
Right.
So he gets this power And then he's like, they show all the mummy Templar things disappearing before. Don't
kind of dissolving.
Yes, don't do that yet. Let him be like, you have your power, but your power is drawn from all of your followers. And then he's like, and they disappear
because he makes them.
Because he makes them disappear, and then he robs her of her followers and her worship, which makes her start to crumble. She's got no power left then.
Right.
And she needs that to thrive.
Okay.
And she loses her power and crumbles to nothing.
Right.
It's kind of a poetic punishment.
I love it.
Fits her ambition.
Yeah,
So.
I think it's great.
The ending. It did not sell a dark universe. He's just walking in the desert with his buddy.
That he brought back to life, by the way.
Having a yucking it up. Right? And it just feels really empty, and it wasn't really exciting. They're just riding in the desert, causing a huge dust storm, which I'm sure the locals didn't appreciate.
Yeah.
But it promised this vague and unearned dark universe.
Let's go have an adventure.
Yeah.
Which shows he didn't really change.
Again.
At all.
He's in the same place with his friend, looking for adventure and blah, blah, blah. No different. So, I say end with purpose, not a mystery. Nick isn't wandering around. He's hunting.
Right. He's on a mission.
He's become a guardian who is destroying these dark relics before the organization can get a hold of them, before they can become evil and become a problem. That's where the dark universe is at. He's hunting all these creatures.
Right.
And the dark universe isn't about monsters, crossing over. It's about curses choosing their champions. So this curse now has found a champion in him. And now he's all about hunting down the monsters and making them extinct.
Right. Hunting evil. And the relics and the monsters that kind of convey that evil. Yeah.
Yes. So
I agree with you.
For kind of a final thoughts here, it should have been more of a character-driven, mythic kind of story rather than focusing on a mummy and then turning left and going, we're going to do all these other monsters. I mean,
just from the get-go, this should have been about this organization.
Or if you're going to do it all about the mummy, make it all about the mummy and then reveal at the very end that there's a dark universe at play.
Okay.
You can't do both.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying.
Can't do both.
Yes. That's not a reboot. It's kind of felt like they were stealing from a franchise and then
to push their
own narrative
universe.
Of this universe. It's not a universe starter and it wasn't earned. It wasn't launched well. It needed a stronger foundation.
Yeah, and it could have
to launch the dark universe.
It could have. How easy would that have been?
Yeah.
To just make their own movie.
Right.
Don't make it a mummy movie. Just make their own thing.
Right. And they did not do that.
Yeah.
So that's it.
All right.
All right, guys. That's our take on The Mummy with Tom Cruise. Again, Tom.
Love you.
Please, buddy.
You do great stuff.
You're going to get an Oscar this year for Lifetime Achievement. Good for you. Right? So
well deserved.
Don't worry about this little podcast talking about this cruddy movie that you made.
Just don't even
worry about it.
Give it another thought.
Don't even think about it, buddy. That's all we got. You guys have a great time and share and comment and talk with us. We love to hear back from you. So that's it. Bye-bye.